Hi, kindergartners. Welcome back to Writer's Workshop. I am so proud of you. I heard from a lot of your teachers that you wrote some amazing letters. Capital letters, punctuation, all kinds of great letter writing abilities. So great job. Today we are going to write another letter. So real quick, we're going to go through the reasons of why we write. We're going to remind our brains about all those important parts of a letter. And then I have a letter to share with you. And after, it'll be your turn to write. Are you ready to get started? So we know the reasons that we might write a letter. We know that we might write a letter to show kindness, to share feelings, to say thank you, to apologize. We might write a letter to ask questions or get more information or to share information with others. And remember that when we're doing these kinds of letters, we might choose to write about more than one thing at a time. The important parts of a letter. I heard you did an amazing job making sure that you had all 5 parts. Let's quick go through and remind ourselves what those 5 parts are that we have to include. We know we need the heading, and the heading looks like the date. We know we need the greeting, and we also last time went through and found some very fun words that we might choose to write instead of just dear each time. And we also know that important part of the greeting is to write the person's name who we're writing to. This part is called the body of the letter. Good job. Good job. This is where we write our most important words, our sentences that explain why we're writing the letter or ask the questions that we're wondering about. And down here, we get to choose another fun word for our closing. That's where we say goodbye in our letter. And then we always have to write our name at the bottom so that our reader will know it's from us. Now I have a letter for you. Today, we are going to write a letter to someone that we miss. This time of distance learning has been tricky for all of us, and I know that so many of us are missing people that we normally get to see on a regular basis. So what a better way to tell them that you're missing them than by writing them a letter? So I have a letter that I'm going to share with you about someone that I miss. It's you guys. So I wrote a letter from all the kindergarten teachers to you. So first, we're going to check for those 5 important parts. Then we'll read the letter together. And then it'll be your turn to write a letter to someone that you miss. Ready? Let's check up here first. I see the heading, 4/16/20. Do you remember what those numbers stand for? 4 is for April, 16th, 2020. I have our greeting. I chose the word dear, and then my letter is to all kindergartners. What is this part called? Where I write all my important words. Yep, that's called the body of the letter. Good job. And this part here is my closing. And this is the signature. This is where we write who the letter is for. Here's where we write who the letter is from. Are you ready to read it with me? All right. April 16th, 2020. Dear kindergartners, we miss you so much. Thank you for working hard at home. We know it is tricky not being at school. Hopefully we can see you soon. Love, kindergarten teachers. Now that is a true letter that I wrote. We definitely are missing you and are so proud of how hard you are working at home. And we definitely hope we get to see you again soon. So today, your job is to write about someone that you miss. Could be grandma, could be aunt or uncle, could be a friend that was in your class that you just haven't gotten to see. It could be your teacher. It could be your neighbor across the street that you don't get to see very much anymore. Anyone that you are missing during this time, you can go ahead and write a letter to them today. Now I want you to notice I use my best kindergarten handwriting. I have capital letters at the beginning of my sentences. I have punctuation, not just periods all the time, but an exclamation mark periods, another exclamation mark. Okay, those are important things. I also have spaces between my words. It doesn't look like one big word all the way through. I know you're going to do an amazing job with that also. Now, you don't have to send this letter to your teacher or to whoever you're going to send it to. Just be thinking of that person today. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next week for more Writer's Workshop.